Hello everyone, Parallel here and welcome to Star Trek Online. In this video I am going to be taking a look at the new featured episode, Temporal Front. This episode was just released as part of the Season 11.5 patch just a couple of days ago, so I am very excited to get in here and finally check this out. I was hoping to check this out yesterday, but then I made the mistake of starting to research into the new skill system and basically went down a rabbit hole trying to figure everything out there and ran out of time. So I'm looking forward to jumping into this now today, and I did finally settle on a skill build for doing this video, and so we'll jump right in here and I'll show what's going on. Now, I am going to be playing this episode here on my Federation tactical character, and I will be using a Tier 6 Avenger as my ship of choice for this playthrough. And just to spice things up a bit, I will be playing the episode on Elite difficulty, just to get a little bit of a challenge here. So you can see I got set to Elite right there. And we'll see how this goes. I have not done a lot of testing on this build since the patch, and as you know, in the patch a lot of things have changed, so we'll see how it does. I'll just quickly show just a few things on the build before I jump in, just so you can see what I'm doing. I'm not going to go through detail, but you can kind of, if you want to, you can pause and see all the gear that I'm using here. I am actually using the new secondary, the Strategist. You can see the spec that I'm using there. I want to try this out. I haven't had much time to play with this either, so this should be exciting. Here are the traits that I'm using. I'm using greedy emitters. I want to enjoy the cheese a little bit longer before they nerf it. You can see my bridge officer layout and the ground characters I will be using. I will have Hololita joining on this away mission, so that will be fun, assuming there is some ground in this featured episode, which there pretty much always is. So that is the build there. It is basically a Drake build. I can quickly show you my duty officers that I'm using. Active space. So I will be using, a con officer for the TAC team reduction, our Agent Nakul, and then my 3 damage control engineers to complete out the Drake build. And for the ground, nothing too special here. I do like to use Fova for the buff to target optics. I use Samag for the little bit of Latinum. Doesn't really do much, but hey, whatever. And then of course 3 security officers to buff security team, which can be pretty crazy. And if you were at all wondering the new skills that I'll be using, you can see here basically my skill build, and it is a very, very deep tactical build. This is my tactical character, so I wanted to try out the tactical ultimates here. I haven't used my free race spec on this character yet, so I wanted to at least test this out to see if I like it. And so far in the limited testing I've done, I do actually rather like the Frenzied Assault. But that is basically the build, not focusing too much on tankiness, and mostly focusing on the tactical portion. The tactical tree, the new tactical skill tree, is actually quite good. Almost all of these are good traits. All right, and I guess that's it. So I do want to hop right in here. Now, I've purposely avoided all spoilers on this. I really don't know anything about this episode other than it has to do with the Nakul, which is kind of the theme of this season, basically, because there's a Nakul alert, there's the Nakul lockbox. So, assuming this features episode will have the Nakul in it. All right. And I'm hoping to find out, hopefully we'll continue the story of Noi, because he got away in the last episode, and I really want to see, what's going on. We gotta stop him. He's flying around in an Anorax, and that can't be a good thing. Alright, so let's go here, and alright, so here it is, the Temporal Front, and let's go ahead and hail, and get this started.
The data from the future you've provided has made it clear. We need to form a stronger alliance with the major galactic factions. To that end, We're sending delegates to the first Alliance Summit. This could be the beginning of a new age, and your presence there could ensure the summit's success. Meet our delegation at the embassy on New Romulus.
New Romulus, okay. Sounds good. I will go through the rewards at the end in detail, for sure. You can see just quickly here as I scroll through, this is a ground set. So for this featured episode, they will be giving away a 3-piece ground set, so the shield, gun, and armor. And yeah, it looks like to be a pretty decent set. I haven't seen the set bonuses yet, so it's better to do it at the end when I actually get the piece, and then I can get info on it and actually take a look at the set bonuses. But it also looks like you get a costume piece, and then of course your featured episode weekly reward, which will usually you can get either, I think, your choice of either a spec point or a nice tech upgrade. All right, let's transwarp there. As you can see, I was enjoying the view there on New Romulus already. But yeah, let's go ahead and... I don't think I actually accepted it, did I?
The data from
There we go. All right, so here we go. Begin Temporal Front. Here is my away team. Let's make sure none of my skills got reset. I still have that issue on occasion. It looks okay. All right. Alright, so we're on New Romulus. We must be going to this new Alliance Summit here. Let's see. Okay, it's really happening, Admiral. The first summit conference between the major powers in the Alliance. Sounds almost like the Temporal Accords from the last episode. Given your pivotal role in the events leading to this meeting, the various leaders and ambassadors will be seeking your counsel on matters. We shouldn't keep them waiting, alright? Pivotal role, eh? I did my duty as an officer, nothing more. Ah, the humble response. All in good time. The diplomats and politicians can wait a few moments. There, that's like a negotiating tactic. Just make them wait. Indeed, I hope my insight will be of assistance to them. Yeah, diplomats and politicians, they can wait. Alright. Looking around, looks pretty much like the standard embassy, Romulan embassy map. Let's talk to this teller right here. Talk to Lieutenant Commander Shava? Shava?
Greetings. It's an honor to finally meet you. Welcome to New Romulus and the first Alliance Summit. The opening ceremonies will begin soon. Until then, please, wait here in the assembly hall.
Thank you, or what is Lieutenant Commander... What is a Lieutenant Commander doing as an honor guard?
You would expect
Good question.
an ensign standing honor guard duty, wouldn't you? Truth is, I volunteered for this detail. Today is a very symbolic day for me. Like the founding of the Coalition of Planets, this summit represents the beginning of a grand alliance. I'm a descendant of the Tellarite who signed the Coalition Accords 255 years ago.
Interesting.
I wanted to be here to honor my esteemed ancestor and my family. So I made my case to my commanding officer, and he authorized my deployment.
I'm sure you do your ancestor and family proud. Okay. Alright, so prepare for the conference. Let's see, looks like we can speak to a bunch of people. There's an optional here, speak to the other Federation representatives. So, I guess we should do the optional. Let's just talk to everyone here. Oh, Admiral Tanea is here. Admiral Quinn is here. President Okeg. And, oh yeah, Captain Sean. Let's see what Sean's up to.
Well, here we are. It's still a little hard to believe, isn't it? Peace in our time, or so they say in all the media reports. Regardless of the outcome today, the crew of the Enterprise stands ready.
As does my crew, Captain. Come what may, we'll do our duty, or ready for a fight, I hope. I don't see this going smoothly. It's honestly true. I mean, what conference have we ever gone to that has actually gone smoothly? There's always an ambush or kidnapping or something going on, so I'm gonna choose that. Yeah, he didn't have a reaction, but alright, let's...
It is a pleasure to finally meet you. Your reputation precedes you, of course. Were it not for your efforts, this summit wouldn't be happening. Allow me to thank you for that, on behalf of the United Federation of Planets. We've quite the journey ahead of us, but we'll begin today by taking that important first step.
One small step, eh, Mr. President? Sometimes those lead to great things. Too cliche. Our enemies are still out there. Let's hope this first step isn't our last. Eternal vigilance is the price of liberty, haha. That is a Wing Commander quote, among others. So I'll choose that one. Whoa, hey. Hey, where did my... How come I can't talk to, Tanae? Hey. I can't talk to Quinn. No. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, let's talk to Jim
Come
Puck.
on! Today is a momentous occasion for us all. Let us hope that this conference goes better than the one at Kittima. You have done well to prove that we need this agreement to succeed. Still, it would be naive of us all to assume that this peace will last any longer than the ones that have come before. More likely, we're on the peaceful side of a giant circle, and it is only a matter of time before we find the side of war once more.
Huh, sounds like the Wheel of Time. Conflict will find us all, Chancellor. Facing it with our allies is the path to victory. That's pretty good. Sooner than we'd like, I'd wager. Yeah. Our enemies won't stand by idly while we march forward. Let's do this one. Well, apparently I screwed up the optional already. I don't know why it didn't let me talk to the other delegates there, but we'll just keep going. Talk to Proconsul Datan. I will be, of course, rerunning this mission plenty of times to get all of the rewards, so no problem there. I don't know if there's any accolades for this mission. I'll have to look that up.
Jolan True. Truly, we are witnesses to history. If only my esteemed mentor, Ambassador Spock, had lived to see this day. When reflecting upon this summit, I am reminded of an ancient Terran saying he once taught me. They shall beat their swords into plowshares. Many here today would see that come to pass for us, I think.
Of that I have no doubt, sir.
And yet, despite the withdrawal of the Iconians, we have many enemies throughout the void. Many worlds must be rebuilt to survive. It seems we have great need of both swords and plowshares. A strong alliance can secure both of them for us all.
You make a good point, Proconsul. If you want peace, prepare for war seems appropriate. Finding a balanced approach may be difficult. Yeah, let's see, make a good point. If you want peace, prepare for war. That sounds nice and philosophical. Alright. Now, what do we got here? Hopefully I won't screw this up this time. Check on preparations with Lieutenant Commander Shava. Optional, speak to the ambassadors. So we gotta talk to all the ambassadors. I wonder where is Shava here? Over there. Okay. So let's talk to the ambassadors here. I'm not recognizing these names offhand.
I've heard this summit is as much about peace as it is a resolution of the war. I hope that's true. Bajor is long overdue for peace, prophets willing.
That is probably true. Bajor has been ravaged by so many wars, it's not even funny. Alright. Let's talk to Ambassador Tapella.
It is agreeable to see you here. Considering your actions during the Iconian conflict, it is eminently logical for you to be a part of determining the Alliance's path forward.
We may now ascend from chaos using reason as our guide. Let's hope the Council is ready to listen to me. This first option here sounds very Vulcan. Ooh, a Ferengi. Let's talk to the Ferengi. Yulish? Okay, Yulish.
Well, Rule 34 says that war is good for business. I think I've had my fill of it. Still, if what I hear on the wind is true, we're in for a large helping of Rule 35.
Peace is good for business. That's what I thought it was. I guess there's two rules. So no matter what you do, peace or war, it's good for business.
Exactly. And here's hoping that business is good. The markets took a beating in the last days of the war.
I suspect you will have ample opportunities to recoup your losses, Ambassador. Rule 125. You can't make a deal when you're dead. Wise words. There we go. Quoting the rules of acquisition is always good for a Ferengi. Alright, Ambassador Skyle?
Well met. Quite the gathering today, wouldn't you agree? One hopes that amidst all this splendor, the great powers find it in their hearts to remember the forlorn people of Cardassia. The orphans in particular.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good idea to have a Cardassian and Bajoran that close together. The Cardassian people will not be forgotten, sir, especially the orphans. If we should die, I shall fall on the orphans. It shall fall on the orphans to avenge us. Let's just do the first option there.
Greetings. We stand upon the threshold of a great venture for all gentle beings in the galaxy. The Teferi, as always, shall strive to seek a state of balance. This may be our greatest challenge yet, but one we cannot forsake.
The pursuit of balance is an admirable one, Ambassador. I prefer having upper hand over balance, given the choice. Teferi like their balance, so we'll go with that option. Alright. So all the ambassadors are here. That would be a pretty solid alliance, if I do say so. We got the Romulans, we got the Klingons, Vulcans, Bajorans, Cardassian, Ferengi, and Teferi. That would indeed be a very good alliance. Looks like we've got some Reman here. Alright, well let's go over here and talk to Shaba.
The opening ceremonies are about to begin. Ambassador Sugihara will be making an announcement shortly.
Sugihara's here. Cutscene.
May I have your attention? The summit is about to commence. Please, join me in the main conference room now.
Oh, Sugihara's right here. Well, I'm just waiting for the shit to hit the fan, so let's see what happens
So
here.
glad you could make it. I have to admit, you've done what many believe to be impossible, bringing everyone to the table to form a greater galactic alliance. Well done. Now, if you would be so kind, would you mind escorting your leader to the conference room? I can't think of a better honor guard.
Escort your faction leader to the conference room? Of course. That's cool. I wonder if I do this on a Klingon, if I have to escort Jempak, and then Romulans can escort Datan.
Is it time? Very well. Let's not keep history waiting.
Yeah,
Lead the way.
When I play that on my alts, I'll definitely check that out. I always like it when they have little differences for each faction, or at least the mission seems to respect which faction you are. Oh, Romulans get to go first, huh? Well, not if I beat them. Haha, I'm gonna steal the best chairs. Hey, wait a minute, that looks like Romulan ale. Isn't that illegal? How could they not want Romulan ale? She's a Romulan. Jimpock likes it.
Fellow delegates, honored guests, we
Oh, crap.
stand at a crossroads.
That, oh, he's dead. Shouldn't have drinking the Romulan ale.
Chancellor, that Romulan poisoned his wine. This is Romulan treachery.
We did no such thing.
Instead of all fighting, shouldn't you be getting, like, medical personnel or something? Aha. Wait, she's a Reman, not a Romulan. Oh, was that Reman ale?
Mr. President, look out!
Siobhan, no. Did she save the president, or did the president die too? They both fell. And that was a Nakul, not a Reman. Deal with the assassin. Ha! We shall deal with the assassin. Why are my buttons missed? Oh, okay. All my buttons got reset with the season 11.5, and what are you doing? Get out here. And my auto fire was messed up, and all my skill buttons were reset, so I gotta get used to them again here. Oh, those look like mines. That can't be good. Why are my... Come on, bridge officers, get in here. There you go. Have a seat. It's time to get to the bottom of this. So the Romulan ale was served by a Reman, who was actually a Nakul. Okay. I'm still curious what the fallout was there. Did Jimpock die? I mean, did they just let him sit there and die from poison? Couldn't they, like, emergency beam him to the medical facility? Alright, so let's interrogate the assassin here.
Once again, you meddle in the affairs of your betters, alien!
What am I famous among the Nakul? I don't know you, friend. I never forget a face. That last hit you took must have confused you. We have not met. There we go.
No, I suppose not. Then know this. I am Specialist Krog. I am trained to withstand all forms of torture. Feel free to ask me what you will. But I will not be cooperative.
So, Krog, eh? Still don't recognize you. That remains to be seen, Specialist. What time period are you from?
One that shall be free of your wretched species, I think. And soon!
Yeah, Nakul don't seem to like humans very much. I only remember them from that one, I guess they were in a couple Enterprise episodes, right? There was that one main episode, though, where they were like, space Nazis, basically. They went back in time to World War II to try to alter human history. So where are you from here? 29th century, diplomacy, a little cooperation wouldn't help, or wouldn't hurt. Be smart. 25th, 27th. I don't remember when they're from. Should I try some diplomacy here, I guess?
As you wish. A simple tricorder scan will reveal my point of origin as the 29th century, by your primitive reckoning.
That's it? I thought she was trained to resist all my interrogation techniques. I'm just like, hey, give us the answer. All right, here's the answer. 29th century, eh? 29th century, so that's when the whole thing with the Wells ships are from 29th century, right? And The whole thing with Captain Braxton and all that, they're all from the 29th century, I think. Much better, thank you. I think Crewman Daniels was further in the future, right? And I don't remember at all. But, okay, much better, thank you. Next question. How did you get here?
To this room? A simple matter of putting one foot in front of the other, really. With considerable practice, you may be able to master the technique. Although I have my doubts.
You have a singular wit specialist. Let's try again. Personal cloaking device, perhaps. Perhaps you managed to defeat the transporter security. Your attire is Riemann. Your disguise must have fooled embassy security. Well, diplomacy worked last time. Why not?
Very well. I shall humor you. For now. I utilized an integrated nanoweave mesh to present myself as a Riemann with the proper credentials to serve here. Your crude attempts at security were easily foiled, as you can clearly see.
Yes, of course. I know all about those nanotech mesh weaves. Okay. Fascinating. I look forward to studying it. For now, let's move on. Are you working alone or part of a team?
One of my people is worth 1,000 of your misbegotten species.
Let's see. There's two of you, a shooter and a spotter. Didn't she take the shot herself? Let's see. Diplomacy. Diplomacy's been working. I might try it again here. Don't prolong this, specialist. Work with me here. 3-unit team. You're a solo operative, that's what I would guess. Tactical. Oh, hey, there's a tactical option. You're alone. I don't scan any more like you on site. I'm tempted to try the tactical or the diplomacy. So the diplomacy's been working. But then again, they have a tactical option here.
Correct. You are more astute than I gave you credit for, mongrel.
Charming. Time for another question. Where is your home base of operations?
Search the skies for a star in the grip of death, and you may find my home.
Star in the grip of death, huh? One of the Taxutat stars? Future Dewa? Referring to Nakul. Well, they are the Nakul. Maybe that's it. Opus was the star in that other episode, wasn't it? With the Taxutat? Well, I mean, she is Nakul, so... Nakul.
Yes, Nakul. Her beautiful radiance will return to the cosmos once more. It is a matter of destiny.
Okay, but how? What the? Accolade complete, like an open pad? Oh, cool. Maybe that's if you get her to talk for each question, you get an accolade? Not quite sure. Alright, well, wait a minute. What are you doing here, Captain Walker?
Hello. I see you've discovered a temporal anomaly.
What the heck? A Wells-class ship has just arrived in orbit. It is the Postok. Of course. Indeed, Captain Walker is with us now. Luna out. Alright, so... Oh, okay, he has a question mark again. I was going to say he didn't. Nice little fish tank here.
We detected a time breach in the 29th century. Strangely, we couldn't track the actual traveler, but we sensed a change in history on this day and time. Seemed like a good idea to investigate it.
Yep. Meet Specialist Krog. She just failed to assassinate President Okeg.
No doubt an attempt to fatally undo the Alliance Summit. Quite the terrorist act. If this summit fails, everything you saw in the future would be disrupted at best. At worst, that future will cease to exist entirely.
But why would it fall apart? Didn't, like, the whole room see her turn back into a Nakul? I obviously knew she wasn't a Romulan. I don't know. Sounds like a trip to the future is in order.
Go to the future? If we're certain they are from Nakul, wouldn't a preemptive strike in this time put an end to any of their future ambitions?
Yeah, good point. Or we could just point the Anoraks at their homeworld. Let's see. Disrupting the Nakul now would be disastrous. It would.
That's correct. The safest
Maybe
course
I've
of
changed
action
too many
is to
things.
stop the incursion at its point of origin, the 29th century Nakul system. Time is of the essence. We'll need to leave soon. May I suggest turning over your prisoner to Commander Jirac before we depart?
Sure. I was hoping Jirac would come with us. I always like having an extra... Oh crap, I forgot the name of her flagship, but it's a scimitar.
I'll be happy to acquaint Specialist Krog with the interior of a high-security Romulan holding cell. Good hunting.
Thank you, Commander. Run a level 3 security scan. She may have more tricks up her sleeve. See what you can do about misplacing the key while you're at it. Security scan. I'm a tactical officer. Sounds like a good response. All right. So, Admiral, you ready to return to the future? Head back to the future. All right. A little bit of a movie reference there. Back to the future. Let's go back to the 29th century. For however many times we've done it. Yes, inform command that we're investigating the incident at the surface and beam us up. Or at the source, sorry, not surface. Sounds like a plan.
All hands, brace for temporal shift. Now!
They make time travel so easy nowadays. You used to have to slingshot around the sun and your ship would be flying apart. You had to get up to like warp 9.99999. Alright, Admiral, stellar drift indicates that we're in the 29th century. Interesting. Oh, wait a minute, what is that? What have you discovered? Look at that star, sir. Over 400 years have passed, and Nakul still hasn't turned into a singularity. Well, if it turned into a singularity, it must have been like a blue giant. I'm reading some very unusual stellar radiation here. Sir, the Pestok is hailing us. 400 years? How could the star... Something must be keeping the star up, right? Because, like... I mean, it should have collapsed by now. Okay, maybe something odd is going on here. Nakul are doing something? Did Noi do something to the star to keep it going? I don't know.
I take it you're seeing the same thing we are. While the Nakul star was ruined by the Toxutat in your time, the fact that it's not a black hole is quite the mystery.
Yeah, because the Toxutat halts all the fusion in the star, which means it would, you know, all the outward pressure from the fusion would go away, and then it would start to collapse. So they must have done something, some way to counteract the Toxutat. Is that even possible? I take it you're seeing the same... Oh, sorry, I already read that. Oh, say, reports of the demise appear to have been exaggerated.
Quite so. We're also reading a massive structure of unknown origin near the star. It's a day for enigmas, it seems.
Let's take a closer look at those enigmas, Captain. Alright, let's use some long-range sensors here. The Nakul star has many characteristics of a brown dwarf,
Strange.
sir.
This system
Spectral
hasn't been
class
inhabited
Y.
for decades. What are the Nakul up to?
It does look like a brown dwarf. So maybe it's not really a star anymore. It just collapsed, it lost some of its mass, and now it's a brown dwarf. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, as you can see in my Avenger here, I do have I'm taking advantage of the new visual slot here. Even though I'm using the Iconian set, I have the Dyson regenerative shield, which I really like the look of. Very, very cool looking shield. All right, so let's figure this out here. Approach to mid-sensor range. All right. What is this base here? It looks like a...
Unknown vessels, you have violated Nakul space. You shall pay with your lives.
Whoa, okay. Alright, the Pestok put a grab well on. That looks really cool, but it looks familiar for some reason. It looks similar to something. Almost looks... I don't want to say... Yeah, I'm not sure what that looks like. I'm trying to think. It doesn't really look like Vorlon. I'm trying to think of... It looks a little bit organic, though, almost. Doesn't it? Alright, well, let's use our mid-range sensors. Maybe
Most
Undine?
of the Nakul are law-abiding, but the radical elements have been a thorn in our side for some time.
Alright, well, it looks like those thorns are getting sharper, Captain.
You shall pay for your crimes, alien filth!
Oh, something just warped in. Alright. Man, those Wells-class ships are so freaking cool looking. That's like the coolest looking ship in Star Trek. Okay, so far these haven't been too bad. The frigates, at least, figured out. I saw a third ship, but I might have been... Oh, they're all frigates. Let's use our new strategist ability here, diversionary tactics. Should give me a nice damage buff, I believe it is, if I don't have threatening stance. Yeah, bonus damage buff. Yeah, having those grab wells from the fast stock is a nice little bonus. Did they just get off a distress call? Shouldn't we be, like, smart and trying to jam them or something? Just checking something. Yeah, okay. Alright, so let's see. Confer with Captain Walker. Okay, let's hail Captain Walker.
This is starting to come together. General Vosk is the leader of a radical element within the Nakul. We've been looking for him for some time.
Admiral Vosk. Vosk? Was that the guy in the Enterprise episode? Was that his name? Gosh, it's been so long since I saw that episode. But I want to say Vosk was his name, right? He was like the lead Nakul with the Nazis. All right, this is starting to come together, Admiral. General Vosk is the leader. Oh, actually, just said that. Your search may be over.
Acknowledged.
They're coming into high warp.
Sensors indicate she's of Nakul registry, the NV Destiny.
All right, helm set and intercept course.
I am General Vosk of the Nakul. I do not recognize your vessel, and your face is new to me. Identify yourself.
Yeah, they're already shooting before we even had a chance to talk. I'm Admiral Luna of the USS Lancer. One of your people has...
The goals of a primitive aboard a garbage scow.
Sorry, I had to cut you off there, guy. I'm getting my shields destroyed here. Okay, where's this duplicate? I know you're into cool tricks. You summon a duplicate through time, and then you become immune. Time to take some focus frenzy. Fire my mark. It's my chromium. Holy crap, you are destroying my hull. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. Holy cow. By the time I saw... Oh, there's 2 frigates there, too. Let's go ahead and repair here. Let's try that again, shall we? Man, I underestimated that fight after the last couple, but Bastak is badly damaged also. Let's give that one more try here. Let's do this. Let's get everything we can here. Yeah, I'm thinking, did he hit me with that frontal beam that they've got? This guy's definitely got a lot of hit points, that's for sure. Let's get some that going. Let's get my tactical fleet up. Let's not get hit by that this time. You can aim that thing to the side. That's a little unfair. So it's not like a spinal cannon. Okay, there we go. Pretty cool looking ship though. I didn't want to heal him. I wanted to heal me, but now he's my ally, so I healed him. Okay. Is he gonna hail me? Disabled. Oh, okay. We have to take out his friend over here? Maybe the pass stop has to be nearby or something. Okay, so those frigates are no problem, but those battleships pack quite a punch, especially on elite mode. Yeah, thanks for the grab well. That was useful. Ooh, we get to beam onto his ship. Cool.
Bad news.
I'm down with that.
I'm reading multiple Nakul warp signatures inbound to our location. We'll maintain Overwatch as long as we can. Go get Vosk.
Alright, we're on our way. Let me make sure. Okay, they look good. Alright, Vosk, you're going down. Though I must say, ground combat is not my strength. My space weaponry is much more upgraded than my ground set. Alright. We're able to beam you just outside of Voss Bridge. Be careful, sir. Okay. Acknowledged. Everyone move out and stay sharp. Alright, away team, let's go take care of business. Nice, nice. Custom map. I'm betting if you get one of the new Nakul lockbox ships, I bet this is the bridge. What do you want to bet? I'm thinking, yep, he's right up there. Really? No guards or nothing? We just walked right in and he's by himself? I see other red dots, though.
I admire your tenacity, but your struggle is truly in vain. Soon the Nakul will stand first above all. Your kind will be but a memory, replaced by the glory of Nakul!
I don't know what the Nakul have against humans. I know they don't like humans because they feel they're, responsible for bringing, the Alliance together and, what happened to their star and all that kind of stuff. But, I don't know. In this future, they're pretty powerful. It doesn't seem to be that bad for them. They have these awesome ships. They found a way to stabilize their star. They seem pretty powerful. I don't know why they would feel that's such a bad future. All right. Well, anyway, just a little musing there. I'm not quite sure what their motivation is. All right. I don't know if we have anything to say about it. Sounds like a typical megalomaniac. Ooh, here come the yards. Okay. I have no idea what these guys can do. So I'm now running scared. Sapper doesn't sound good. So let's get my... Let's get that going, that going, that going. Crawler mine. I didn't want to do that. No. Help me, please. Got an accolade? Thank you for getting me up. Okay, let's get everyone up here. Alright, well, it looks like we at least took out his little henchman there. Man, they do a crap ton of damage. Let's kite him around a little bit here. See if we can get... Whoa! He's got like a... He's got another temporal duplicate running around here. Okay, that's what that was. That's what he got a shield from. So even on the ground they can do it, just like their ships. Whoa, and he's got smoke grenades. He's got all kinds of fancy things. Ouch. There we go. And they're still shooting him while he's up there.
General Voss, the portal is ready.
All hands, begin temporal shunt for Nakul, for destiny.
Come with us, sir. It's time.
Very well. Computer, initiate self-destruct sequence. Now.
Self-destruct. Code 0, 0, 0. Destruct. 0. The worst code ever. It's almost as bad as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, why do I got radiation on me? Oh my god, they're coming. That's not good. Okay. Security force, save me. Okay, we get on the sapper. I'm already almost dead. Let's see if we can take these guys out. Thanks for the actual heal there. There we go. Did a little bit better. They definitely dish out the damage, that's for sure. Oh, I never used my Solinate triple. Get my little extra crit. Yeah, they definitely dish out the damage, and they got that. At least the boss ones have that immunity shield, so yeah, pretty tough ground enemies. Alright, defeat Voss remaining forces. Am I missing somebody here? Hello, anyone? Anyone? This isn't good. Oh no. Is there an enemy that like didn't spawn in or something? Why is this not why is this not registering as the as complete? Am I bugged out? Is there a bug in this mission? I haven't heard anything, honestly, so I've been trying to avoid any spoilers. Maybe I can sit in his chair? And then all my bridge officers stand right in front of me. Oh, this is not good. Alright everyone, well apparently I am now stuck on this step in the mission. I'm going to run around here one more time just to make sure I didn't miss anybody. But it looks like I am stuck. So that means I will try to resolve this here. I will try to zone out and zone back into the mission. Hopefully at least bring me back to this step. And then I will go from there. Alright, I'm back, and we're going to give this another try and see how it goes. Hopefully the mission will not get stuck this time. I did have to exit and load back in, and it looks like I do need to do the fight with Vosk again. So let's give this a try, and I'll try to do a little better this time. I know a little bit more on what to expect, so we'll see how it goes. Now, I do know that the pathing in this room is terrible. My bridge officers were getting stuck on this section in the middle there. I'm really not quite sure where I want to fight this. I'm almost thinking I should go right up to where he is and fight him up top. Let's do that.
I admire your tenacity, but your struggle.
Let's get... Okay, let's see if we can get rid of these guys first. Okay, get rid of that guy. Oh, this guy has shields too? Jeez. Well, that didn't go very well. Let's use this. Man, when they summon those temporal duplicates, that's pretty crazy. Let's see if we can get some good damage on Vosk here. Well, he just summoned his dudes. There we go. I think we got rid of all the ads. And his shield is down. Where'd that keep going, Vosk? Trying to hide behind the captain's chair? And I have lost 2 of my bridge officers here. I'm not quite sure where they are, honestly. Let's get my team going here again. Come on, security team, do some work. There we go.
General Vosk, the portal is ready.
All hands, begin temporal shunt for Nakul, for destiny.
Come with us, sir. It's time.
Very well. Computer, initiate self-destruct sequence now.
All right. I'm just hoping it doesn't get stuck this time, please. I want to see what happens. Alright, I remember there were some more ads coming. Okay, good, you're rezzing her. Whoa, that is... Let's take out this ensign over here. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Great, he jumped down. Yeah, this is just not a good room to fight in. The pathing is weird. There we go. Let's get him. Let's get security team going again. Very good. There we go. Maybe it's because these duplicates, maybe like there was a duplicate running around somewhere that didn't register. This whole room is just annoying. They just keep going all over the place. Just the pathing is really weird.
We need to get this situation under control, and fast.
Yes.
I'm beaming over to join your efforts.
Yes, it worked. I didn't get stuck. Yeah, I'm just grabbing these, even though they're probably nothing special. Whew, finally. Alright, we did it. We didn't get stuck. That's great. Alright, Captain Walker. We took care of well, Voss got away, I guess.
I'd prefer keeping the Destiny in one piece. Her temporal tech alone is well worth saving. Cover me while I try to shut down the self-destruct sequence.
No, no.
Be prepared. The Nakul won't go down easy.
He's gonna want to shut down the self-destruct, huh? Alright, understood. We'll give you some cover. Okay, I get the feeling this is gonna be waves of enemies. Alright. Oh, great. A commander, of course. Let's get these sapper. Gotta get him out of here. Okay, Commander, you're not going to be able to... You will not stop Commander Walker. Alright, there we go. Yep, just come step on those Granton mines. That'll take care of them real fast.
Damn! They've hard-locked the self-destruct. I'm going to try to bypass the lock. Cover me.
Alright. Let's get ready.
More Nakul heading our way.
Alright, let's get security team in here. Let's get a Chronoton drill going. Let's get our Graviton Spike ready. Alright, I'm gonna focus fire, do it. Ooh, actually that Graviton Spike at the right time takes care of all of those ones generating the shields. No, 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 don't get me on the flame. I do not want to stay on there. That does tons of damage. And now they all got their shields up here. How about this guy? He's got his shield up.
Adaptive security. Looks like they've learned a
All right.
trick or two from the Borg. Let's download what data we can and leave.
Wait, what? From the Borg? Since when did the Nakul work with the Borg? Nakul lockbox, yay. So wait a second, cover Walker at the consoles, did that. So we're just gonna try to get data. Was he not able to shut down the self-destruct?
Life signs detected.
Graviton Spike, go. Whoa, there's guys over here. I didn't even see them. Have Graviton Spike.
Clever devils. They've started using a full data purge. Think I can stall that for a while.
Isn't this ship gonna blow up, Walker? Let's get out of here.
Need a little more time here. Cover me.
Let's get rid of these distortions. Oh, come from behind. Seconds on my security team, he's gonna go down. Now he's almost dead. I might as well just save it.
I've unlocked one of the last data nodes. Better have a look.
Ah. Unlock the nodes, eh? Is this ship still blowing up, or what?
It's grim. Destiny is about to explode and the Nakul are on the verge of a major military operation. I'll return to Pasta, call for reinforcements, and hold the line. I managed to bypass the security protocols on the main console. Grab any critical data you can and beam out before Destiny explodes.
How long is this self-destruct? I've been here for like 10 minutes. Okay, I guess we'll stay here a little longer to grab critical data. Will do. Good luck, Captain. We won't be long. Because if we're here long, we will go down with the ship. I'll just sit in the captain chair for a little while. Maybe if I press these buttons, the self-destruct will stop. Okay, enough of that. Let's download some data and get out of here. Honored General, our researchers have compiled a list of significant systems for your review. Please select and prioritize mission-critical systems and areas from the following list that our researchers have compiled. They said they compiled it twice. See, Bajor, Ferenginar, Khitomer, Romulus, Organia, Konos, Sol, Talos, Tholia, and Vulcan. That's a lot of planets. They plan to invade all of them? Alright, well, let's see. Transporter Room 2 is standing by, Admiral. Tactical beam-out protocol is in effect. We've got several Nakul ships heading our way. Weapons are hot. Alright, let's beam up, and we'll probably be right into combat. That was nice of the self-destruct to just wait for us to leave. Ooh, fighters. That's not good. Portal is active. Wow, a lot of ships going through the portal already. Very cool looking ships though. I do like the Nakul design. I don't know that... I'm trying to remember Enterprise. I don't remember if they ever did show a Nakul ship. Man, my memory is so bad about Enterprise, but... Alright, so let's see what we gotta do here. Admiral Voss' ship is still set to self-destruct. Oh, okay. So yeah, we better get out of here. Helm, take us to safe distance. Get us out of here. And there it goes. The Destiny is out of commission. Let's get out of here.
If we don't shut down the Nakul portal quickly, we'll be facing a full-scale temporal assault. Reinforcements are on the way, both for us and the Nakul. Buckle up. Things are about to get rough.
Alright, so let's do this. Red alert, all hands to battle stations. Let's see, it says mount a defense, destroy the Nakul vessel. Okay. Gonna hurt, but I want to stay on target if I can. take you out. You're not getting through that portal, man. Alright. Took him out. That portal looks pretty cool. Nice little effect there. How did the Nakul build such a huge facility with portal technology? Alright, Captain Walker, what's next here?
I'm picking up many more Nakul ships inbound. Holding them back will be challenging. This situation is escalating. We must destroy their temporal facility before any other ships travel through.
Okay, or do we have to destroy this whole base, or what's going on here? Alright, weapons ready. Let's put that portal out of commission. Facility. Gonna target the whole thing? Okay. Let's do it. Let's use focus assault. Let's use that. Let's use that. Let's use everything. Got down to 58%. Take that thing out. Doesn't have a lot of hit points for.
USS Tempest. How may we be of service?
Whoa. I went down valiantly. I think you can even see my little explosion of my ship there. Yeah. I took it out. Hey. I sacrificed my life for the greater good.
For destiny.
Took a lot of damage on my ship there too. The cutscene. I died during the cutscene. That's hilarious. All right. Well, let's see if we can take out these frigates. I don't want them going around here. It sounded like another ship hailed us. I'm not getting hit by that, whatever that weapon is. I don't know what it is. Some kind of conal plasma beam or something. Let's get out of there. Evasive maneuvers. Guys have a lot of damage, that's for sure. These portal jumpers have a lot of hit points too. Oh, the portal jumpers could do that thing also. Man, I'm gonna take these all out. They're all over the place. Ow. Holy cow, they all can do that. Whew. I gotta figure this thing out. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 portal jumpers. The Golden Shield, which is some kind of capital ship, and there's another frigate over there. A past stock can take a lot of damage. See if we can take out the Golden Shield first, I guess? I don't know if this is a good idea. But, well, all their attention is on the past stock. So I don't know if I can avoid that many, Gotta get out of here. There's every trick in my book here. We just got a distortion out. That's not good. That's not good. Let's use that heal. Let's use my delta and reinforcements here. I gotta use everything. Let's see if I can go poke here and finish him off. Yes! Haha. Whew. That was just one guy. Man, if all these guys on me, I would have been dead. Okay, portal jumper, you're next. Let's get some Iconian probes on you. Man, I'd use like every cooldown I have to take that guy out. Let's get my shields back up here. Cloud also is doing that. I don't think I'm going to make it, but maybe I can take him out before I go. Yes.
Kill will be avenged, aliens. Everyone.
Whew, man, that was a challenge. It was really only once I was able to isolate them was I able to take it down. But man, that capital ship, whatever it was, had a lot of hit points. Yeah, you're not getting that off. Alright, let's get rid of this frigate. And one more portal jumper. Let's do this. Let's get some focused assault on him. Or frenzied assault, is it? No, I'm not sticking around for that. Oh yeah, flanking. You're going down, sucker. Whew, wow. Now that was a pretty challenging fight, I have to say. I'd used like every cooldown in my arsenal to make it through that one. Whew, alright, so hail the USS Pastak.
Well, that could have gone better. Still, with that data you downloaded and a little luck, we might be able to find the Nakul vessels that made it through the portal. Hopefully before they can do any serious damage to the time stream.
Yeah, I wonder where they all went. I mean, there's a lot of potential planets on their invasion list, so who knows. Have faith, Captain. We'll stop them.
Your confidence is reassuring. Let's get you back to... Wait. We just registered a new historical record. It appears that General Vosk has been found and dealt with in the distant past.
Ha!
By Captain Jonathan Archer.
Yeah. Indeed he was. That's right, Archer took him out. One of Starfleet's finest. That's one down, more to follow. So that's interesting. So that's kind of a tie into Enterprise then, how he went back in time, I guess, back to World War II. And that's where Archer found him and took him out. Alright.
Indeed. We've got our work cut out for us. I suspect we'll have to recruit more temporal agents to deal with incursions of this magnitude. Regardless, thank you for all your help today. Let me know when you're ready to return to your time.
Alright. Whew.
Are you ready to return
That's a good one.
to the 25th century?
Now let's go. Alright, and that is it. Let me back off a little bit here just to get rid of the pop-up. Alright, so that was it. Hail Command. So let's hail Command and check out the rewards.
Welcome back. I've asked Temporal Investigations to see what can be done about the Nakul incursions. You'll be happy to know that the summit is still on, though it took Sujihara quite a bit of maneuvering to get the Klingons back to the table. Commander Shavah's sacrifice was not in vain. May she rest in peace.
Okay, so she did save the president then. That's good. That's good. But who was it? Jimpock that was poisoned? Did he die? They were all like standing around him and watching him die while he got poisoned. Well, that's good. It sounds like at least they were able to pull the summit back together. I mean, it should be pretty obvious that it wasn't the Romulans once we captured the assassin, and there should be plenty of proof there that to placate the Klingons. All right, so let's see. We get all the rewards here. We're going to get our weekly reward, the elegant jacket. I'll have to take a look at that in the ship or in the tailor. And then we get to choose one. We can either choose a generic plasma beam assault or a really awesome set piece. I wonder which one I'll pick. Let's definitely pick that. Alrighty then, I am going to... Let's transwarp back to Seoul. Head down to ESD and take a look at the outfit that was unlocked. And also the armor that we got, and take a look at the set bonuses. And then we'll wrap this episode up. And I guess I give my impressions of the Temporal Front featured episode. I will say this, on Elite mode, that was some very, very challenging fights. The Nakul are no joke. They have lots of immunities and summoning adds that makes them very difficult to deal with, especially like the commanders, and the battleships. The smaller ships were not too much of a threat, but the battleships all had those immunity. They could summon a duplicate and have the immunities, and they also had that conal AoE plasma beam shot that almost one-shot me in Elite. So you have to avoid that, and it was very difficult because in that last fight with all of the portal jumpers, there were so many of those going, I was not able to evasive maneuvers to get out of them all and ended up dying. So it was challenging. They definitely took me out a few times, but learning their tactics a little bit better, I think I'll be able to deal with them a little bit better in the future. So I would say from the combat standpoint, I really enjoyed it. Even the ground combat was quite challenging. I would say my only complaint with the ground combat was the actual location in that bridge. The pathing, it was just all over the place. That was just not good. There were pathing all over the place. There were all kind of line of sight issues, jumping over up and down the walkways. That did not work very well. I think it would have been a much better fight if it was in either a more open area or at least an area where the pathing wasn't so buggy. But overall, I did very much enjoy the fights, especially on Elite. They provided quite a challenge. I had to blow all my cooldowns in a lot of those fights to make it through, and just barely at that. So I very much enjoyed the fights. Now, as far as the plot, it was kind of I guess the plot was a little bit generic. I mean, let's face it, how many episodes have we done where we've gone to some kind of a summit and then something goes wrong and then you got to deal with it? So a little bit generic from that standpoint. And I have to say I was a little disappointed that Noi was not in this episode. I was hoping for a little bit of a continuation of the last few, the kind of the story arc they had going from the last few episodes with Noi and his, shenanigans. He got away with the anoraks at the end of the last episode, and I was thinking that would be continued here, but this was kind of, honestly, it didn't really mention any of that. It was kind of a self-contained episode, just about the Nakul. Now, I did like that they tied it into the Enterprise episode, so they gave Vosk a little bit more. Well, that's the thing, they could have given him even more backstory than they did, honestly. He just was still just your generic megalomaniac super villain, he basically just wanted to kill you. You didn't get a lot of history on him, and he just went, put the ship on self-destruct, got away, and made it back to the past where Archer dealt with him. So I think it was a little bit of a missed opportunity for exploring maybe a little bit more of Vosk's motives. So a little bit of a missed opportunity there, and again, just the self-contained nature of the episode didn't really, it didn't really tie in with the other episodes, and therefore I don't know, it wasn't quite as good as I thought it would be. There were a few things I did like, though. I did like the interrogation scene, and the poisoning scene was pretty funny too with the Romulan ale. I liked that. But the interrogation part with the assassin, that was kind of cool. I did like all the different choices you could make there, and there were a few accolades you could get. So I could say overall, as far as the combat and action goes, I would give it an A for this episode for sure. I would say if you want a challenge, give it a try on Advanced or Elite, as I was doing it on Elite. I was definitely challenged. But as far as the story goes, I don't know. I give it like a B or B minus maybe. It was just pretty. I mean, there was no huge failings. I mean, nothing stood out as being particularly bad. It just didn't move the story forward much, and I think there were some missed opportunities to explore a little bit more of the Nakul, and particularly Vosk. All right, so that's my summary there. Now let's talk to the tailor here, and see if I can take a look at this. It was a jacket, right? Jacket loose? Oh crap, there's so many. What was it called again? I'm forgetting. Alright guys, I'm back. I had to do a little bit of searching there, and I think I finally found it. It was actually called the Elegant jacket. So I'm going into the jackets here, and then go down to the upper, and it is down here towards the bottom, and it is called Elegant. And there it is. You can look at some different colors here. Pretty cool looking jacket actually. It looks more like kind of the formal uniform. Get like a red jacket going here. But you can color the different sections. I don't see this affecting anything. But yeah, there you go. Elegant jacket. So that is one of the rewards. And then let's also take a look at the other reward, which is the actual armor piece that is part of a set. So let's take a look at here. So it gives root resistance, knockback resistance, physical damage, kinetic damage resistance, all energy damage resistance, plasma damage, and toxic damage. That's cool. That's another armor with toxic damage on it. That could be useful for bug hunt. Interesting. And let's get info on this here. Oh, wait a minute. That's odd. It doesn't give the set bonuses. That is very strange. Usually when you get info on a item, it gives you the set bonuses. Well, okay. Apparently that isn't there as an option. Okay, well, unfortunately, I guess I won't be able to show you guys the set bonuses, but it does look like a pretty decent defensive piece of armor. I mean, it has the toxic resist on there, so it could be useful for certain missions for sure. Yeah, I guess that is it. So overall, I did enjoy the episode. I enjoyed this one more for the combat than the story, but I do like the Nakul enemies. They are quite challenging. Their ships and their ground enemies are quite a challenge, so that was enjoyable. And the rewards for the episode look to be good. You can get your hands on a nice ground set. Alright, well, that has been it. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more. I will be bringing more episodes out or more videos out regarding the the major season 11.5 patch. There were all kinds of new things, and I would like to make a video about each of the different topics, in particular the skill tree. I think I'll be making a video on that at some point here. There are so many changes, it'll be hard to make a video covering everything, but what I might do is just make a video covering maybe each of the ultimates, so people get an idea of how those work. That might be a good idea, and just a general overview of the tree itself. So anyway, look forward to that, and that is all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and go out there and play the Temporal Front episode and get your rewards. Alright, that's all. Bye for now.